yesterday as well. So I think there's just a multiple of Pokemon that could just be equally as good.
There's the Zacian band, called it. Smart band, very smart band.
Yeah,
And a Hooper band as well.
Yeah, that's interesting for the Hooper band. I mean, I don't know why that's come in, but I know why it's come in because I don't want that nasty little teleport coming in. But yeah, interesting bands there. I thought there might be a Urshifu band more so.
Yeah, I think especially in the competitive scene, Hooper is a sort of Pokemon that can, with the right team play and the right coordination, can get you to every objective on time, every time, and middle Bs, top Reggie, bottom. You could be everywhere. Complete menace, very hard to play against. And looking at the teams as well, we've got a Lapras opener, which is a very strong pick, and followed up with 2 EVs. We've got Glaceon and Umbreon, so we've got a double tank.
Yeah, it's really nice seeing over on Illusion. We have got the Blissey and the Slowbro, 2 very, very strong Pokemon picks there. Lapras wasn't played yesterday due to the fact it was banned pretty much straight away on every team. Every game's banned it straight away. And it looks like Illusion have gone with a Buzzwole and an Inteleon. Buzzwole making its debut appearance in Season 2.
Yeah, we love to see it, and the Inteleon, we saw in the games last night how much value you can get from Inteleon. Just the sniping damage is probably unmatched. Maybe the only other Pokemon that could hit as high damage from that sort of distance might be Decidueye, which I don't believe we've seen so far. But looking, we've got the Fable and a Ninetales. Ninetales always a solid pick. Yeah,
Ninetales have played quite a lot last night, and so did the Fable. Fable came in as well. And looks like we've got the Guardy pick as well. Some returning mons from yesterday, which is obviously not surprising. And yeah, it's going to be interesting this. Two evolutions coming in with the Umbreon and Glaceon. That's going to be interesting to see them paired in action, especially as Umbreon is a solid defender.
Yeah, definitely. So looking at the teams as a whole now, while we're just loading into the game, what are your predictions for this first one if you had to go by the team comps?
I don't know. I think, the damage output over on Misfits is probably going to outdo what Illusion Sports have got. I think with the Glaceon and the Lapras and the Ninetales all combined, that damage is going to be really, really disgusting, especially if they can keep the Buzzwole away. They've just got to make sure that they deal with that Slowbro, because that Slowbro, if he gets in their front, on the front lines, he's going to hold them off. So they have to deal with him first.
Yeah, I must admit, I think Misfits are my favourite comp here, purely because they just have the easier time leveling up and hitting their power spike early. Whereas Illusion have the Gardevoir and the Inteleon. It's very important to get them to their third evolution so they can get their full potential out of their Pokemon.
100%. And we're jumping into the game there, everyone. I'm not going to try and pronounce some of these names because I'll end up getting them wrong. But here we go. We're going to dive straight into the first round of Game 1. Here we go. And we are kicking right off over with Misfits. Let's see where they all go. It looks like it's going to be the Fable and the Lapras up on the top lane. And it looks like there's the Eevee Glaceon is going centre, which does leave the Umbreon and the Ninetales down bottom.
Yeah, Glaceon in jungle early is so strong. You hit your level 4 nice and easy, you get your first move, and it makes it so much more easier to gank a lane, get them early kills in, lets you get the first rotation Bs in your lane. Really important to get ahead with.
100%. And it looks like some early dunks getting those stacks in. I don't know what this Blissey's doing, but Blissey kind of was over on the opposite jungle. But the Glaceon was like having none of it. Trying to run back, and the Lapras doing a little bit of burst damage there, nothing too major.
Yeah, going rotate back to lane, gets the evolution just in time to help Buzzwole. Buzzwole jumping on the Lapras, it seems. Pretty brave thing to do. Lapras, notoriously one of the hardest Pokemon to take down in the game. Just popping back to get their farm. And jungle's in lane. It's now looking like it could be a 3v3 here for the first set of birds.
That's quite interesting there. The Inteleon was just stood right next to the...
Sorry, what a pick out there from the Buzzwole. And this is exactly what Buzzwole excels at. You jump in, you grab any one of the team, flip them over, and then deleted. It's that simple.
Yeah, Buzzwole, I do like playing Buzzwole. It's a very... it's one of my guilty pleasures. Buzzwole is... We just see what full moveset they go. Up in the top lane here, there is a bit of a battle going on. Buzzwall in the thick of it here against the Lapras and the Fable, and he does manage to get some dunks and get away. But he is being hunted down. Does he get away?
Oh, that little jump he has just made the difference, I think. Fantastic.
Amazing player that just got away. We saw a lot of those games, little clutches yesterday, and hopefully we'll see more of them.
And we got the middle beam that just come up. Fable first one down there, but Inteleon was able to sneak in and potentially pick up some of the XP there. Glacian though scaring him away, doing a very good job. Buzzwell hanging around, trying to gank him as they come back to lane. The Lapras is there.
Inteleon did come round there for the flank on the Lapras, but Lapras does manage to escape. A lot of action going here on the top lane. I'm just going to go down to the bottom lane here, as we haven't really touched much on the bottom lane. Doesn't seem much to be going on. Only 8 points gone on the bottom goal against Illusion, and Misfits bottom lane hasn't even been touched, so that's quite interesting there.
Yeah, this is, well, the bees that come up, this is, I suppose, what you sort of expect to see with the double takedown. Oh, beautiful takedown there.
That was a nice takedown.
Just a bit too much for him to live through. Oh, but Inteleon just survived it there. That was very close. And this is the problem with Nation. As soon as you lock on, them ice spears are going to come straight towards you. There's nothing you can do.
Hey, you've got the Buzzwall up top of the Lapras, while it is a 4v4 down the bottom here. The teams have engaged. Not really much. The toying with each other. Not one wanting to make the first move. Slowbo goes in with a surf, but manages to pull back straight away. Ooh.
Oh, big damage coming from Inteleon there. Gardevoir looking a bit worse for wear, but staying in the area. They're starting to poke the Regice.
And in comes Buzzwall now from the top lane, coming in to help support. Oh, Slowbro on the lower health here. But Glacian comes in with a steal, takes it away from Illusion. Illusion almost had it there. Bro gets taken down by the Ninetales, and now Misfits on the offensive, pushing them back.
Very solid position in this. 5 is now a 5 against 3. Gardevoir just rejoining, stacking and get some scores in the bottom lane. Lissy take low,
and he gets picked. Oh, he survives it, and then Inteleon gets taken down. That was some nice team play. I thought Umbreon was going to be sniped off by the Inteleon, but manages to survive, and his teammates come in for the rescue.
Yeah, Buzzwell back into the jungle, just collecting some of the farm. I think he's trying to hit his level 9. He should get any problems with the top lane. I imagine both teams will start rotating up to the top objective. Buzzwell being the first one there.
Buzzwell right in the thick of it, and that's what he needs to be doing.
Got to be careful though. Slowbro using his surf just to kind of zone. Still waiting for we are missing Glacian and Umbreon for this fight though, so this might be the best time to start this engagement. Here it is.
Engagement is started.
Big goal.
Oh, the fights all everywhere, trying to keep track of where things going. The Blissey's on really low health here, but does retreat back to get the health back.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lapras jumped on Inteleon. There was no kills, and it was beautiful. Just when you think Glacian was back,
and Lapras goes down.
Yeah, excellent work.
That was really good play there by Illusion. Keep up the pressure, didn't let up, and they've been rewarded with the Regieleki. Amazing play.
Oh, picked out Glacian there. This could they might stick around here for the push on the goal.
Yeah, I think it's right. The Fable goes down as well. This is prime for the pick off now. Gets it in, and that is that top goal gone. Misfits on the offensive, coming back.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of yellow dots on the maps, and now it's probably the best time to disengage and probably for the team to start getting some farming.
Yeah, this is it.
And rotate down, because we have Reggie still up and waiting for probably another nice team fight down here. Gardevoir sticking at the top lane though, so interesting to see. Oh, hang on, Buzzwell's fighting here. Lissy goes down. Buzzwell goes down. That is not great. That is literally most of the front line gone apart from Slowbro, who's now chasing after Glacian. Big up from Glacian.
Head on slow health. Slow health as Umbreon comes in. He's going to take him out. Oh no, he gets the health.
Oh, look at that play. Fantastic.
Wow.
He's chasing that Umbreon and get picked up the kill. Got Ninetales here.
Really
the goal, but it misses most of the team. Not done out though through. Ah, there we go. And this is the thing with Inteleon. If you get on him, he's so squishy. It doesn't take much to kill him, even with the Blitzy.
Yeah, but that was just impressive there. How I thought the Umbreon was going to take him out really quick, but actually no. he was able to come back, take out the Umbreon himself with the help of...
So we've got 36 being dropped in the top lane from Buzzwell, uncontested. Lapras is in the area now, but it looks like he's just going to farm. Buzzwell backing off as well. I think we're going to get posturing for the top objective, which is going to be dropping in the next 10 seconds.
I don't know what Umbreon's doing here. He seems to have overextended and he's now been blocked out. Fable's coming in to help. Oh, I thought Umbreon was going to get punished there, but no, he manages to escape. Then again, he has got a high defense. So.
And Lapras is jumping in there, he's going after the Buzzwell, he pulls just back. Oh, big damage from Ninetales on the Inteleon. Definitely fell there. He's just
Misfits dominating that Regieleki, not wanting to lose it this time, and rightly so. 40 goes in down by the Blissey. Blissey gets a nice 40, and they have managed to catch up. Impressive. That's a good comeback there by Illusion.
And we're down to the last 30 seconds before the raid fight happens. I think everyone's got to get their last minute farm. Umbreon being very aggressive in his position. I'd love to see it. Blissey's got to be careful though. He's going to be caught out by the whole team.
With 16 seconds to go, was that really the right thing to do?
I don't think it was, but luckily because of the level, Blissey will be back in time for the raid fight. Maybe just a little bit out of position, but yeah, it looks like everyone's posturing.
Misfits here is actually in a really nice position right at the front, and it's going to be really hard for Illusion now to come in and try and break them down. But as Misfits started, was that Illusion who started?
Oh, I actually missed that, but what I will say is, going by the score, this is a very close game, and in terms of levels, even closer. This could be anyone's game. It all comes down to the raid fight, I'd say.
Buzzwell's coming for the flank here. I don't know what he's quite doing at the minute. He's just waiting. He's just waiting on the edge there, and I think he's waiting for a nice little pick out. Oh, the Blissey looks on low health, manages to get away. Misfits kind of just hold on, but they need to do something because actually Misfits are trailing.
Maybe the Buzzwell took a bit too long to think there. I think. Big old by Buzzwell in the mid of the whole team uses his ult to try and save that. Does not work out. He's not Gardevoir being caught out by Umbreon and Fable. Manages to get away, but I think that should be a free Rayquaza. Lapras has started it. Yeah, this is
that was really, really well played there by Misfits, biding their time and then just attacked at the right moment. But Slowbo's coming, could come in for a steal. He gets pushed back. He gets pushed back. I thought it was going to be a Slowbo steal then. Really did think it was coming in.
And this is a very hard part of the game now because it's so close. It's definitely going to be try to be defendable. It's very hard to do with all the shields. Buzzwell doing his best to keep Umbreon away, but sadly not enough money. Lapras scoring another 100 on the bottom goal. So realistically now it's down. It's all about counter scoring, defending the lead. Yeah, but I think right now it's going to be very hard to make a comeback from this position.
Yeah, 44. I was almost going in there, but Umbreon does manage to stop that 44 from going in. That would have been quite. I don't think it would have done much to score really. But Umbreon now punishing the Blissey for being there. Bless them. And we just return now to base team fights.
Yeah, I think this has definitely probably been the closest match I've seen up into the raid point, and definitely a very close raid point. I think Buzzwell might be kicking themselves, maybe not engaging a little bit sooner, but obviously when you're in that sort of position, you need to pick out the right moment, and sometimes it's not always obvious when to do it. But really close game, and GG to both teams.
Yeah, GG to both teams. That was a really, really good game. Really close right up until the last moment of the raid fight. Misfits obviously just holding, waiting for that right moment. Dived in, got that team wipe. Well, pretty much almost a team wipe. Things the guard that was just left. And the Slowbro coming in right at the end there. Almost had it. But the Lapras securing that Rayquaza, which made Misfits win their first game in the PUCL. First round, should I say.
Yeah, and I've just popped over to the battle data here, just looking at the stats in terms of the damage deal. We certainly aren't getting the numbers that we got last night, and that kind of is a testament to both teams, how they're kind of not giving each other essentially anything to play with. We've got some impressive numbers from the A9, we've got 79k there. Gardevoir, 91, very big numbers there, but overall quite balanced for both teams. Yeah,
definitely a more balanced stats compared to yesterday's, where it was very high and probably more one-sided, but this seems a lot more balanced. You can see the teams testing each other out, not wanting to overcommit to maybe team fights, playing a lot more cautious, which is going to happen. Two brand new teams are not going to want to jump straight in, but a very, very good game to watch.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
It's interesting. This is where tactics for the team captains come in, because if you're picking first, you can probably get away with not banning that annoying mon and take it for yourself. And it does come in the Umbreon and the Lapras. Very, very smart bans there. Like I said, Lapras stood out for me that last game. So, yeah, it's no surprise seeing that ban. And the Umbreon ban, I wouldn't say I'm surprised. To be fair, I'd probably, probably.
Umbreon, an absolute solid defender, but it does make you wonder now what are the teams going to pick for the defenders. You've obviously still got Slowbro, which has been locked in, but then you have to look at your other options, which are probably more likely going to be. You get your Trevenants that are always like a good bruiser tank. Blastoise, fantastic at getting to your backline and killing things. Mamoswine, just gotta love Mamoswine. He just throws people around with his giant tusks.
Yeah, and then you got your Blasty as well. So yeah, I like Blasty. But it does look like for the for the first picks, it does like Slowbro for Illusion. They've also gone for the Ninetales and the Glaceon, which is a nice pick, a nice trio there. And over on Misfits, they've gone for Urshifu, Clefable.
Oh,
and
Snorlax.
Snorlax makes
I love it.
Snorlax did really well yesterday as well.
Yeah, so Snorlax, one of these tanks that has amazing control of the battlefield. He has his heavy slam, he's got his block. It can really screw you up if you're not careful. He can really punish you for being out of position.
It's
and
also
feed the rest of your kills.
It's one of those defenders that are really good for securing as well. Because he's got that heavy slam that he can just jump in, and because he can absorb so much damage, he can just sit there and wait and then jump in and take it. We've seen it so many times.
Yeah, of course, and even he's an absolute lane bully before the first few levels with his tackle. Fantastic secure.
Yeah.
But we've also got a Glaceon. Yeah, Glaceon. Don't blame me for picking Glaceon. Absolutely fantastic one. Comfy. First Comfy game I've seen so far.
Yeah, Comfy came in yesterday. I think they were in the game before you come in. Yeah. We've got the Mew and we've got the Zeraora. Nope. Is that how you say it?
Zoroark, however you say it.
Yeah.
Too close to Zoroark. The Dashy boy. You got Dashy boy in there.
Dashy boy. We'll call him Dashy red hair boy.
That's the one. Yeah.
I don't think I think we saw them late. That mon coming towards the end of season 1. Not really a mon that was picked. So it'd be interesting to see that mon get picked and used. I don't think I've actually seen it in a competitive setting properly. So. Interesting team formats. What's your kind of little looking at both teams? How do you think they're going to go up against each other?
I'm looking. I like the look of Misfits actually. I think I'm just drawn to the Snorlax, to be honest. Snorlax, and you got the lovely diving from Urshifu. So I'll probably go with Misfits for this game.
So we have got for Illusion, Slowbro, Zoroark, Comfy, Ninetales, Glaceon, and for Misfits we've got Urshifu, Clefable, Mew, Hitelion and Snorlax. You know what? I think Misfits have got the draft. I think they've got it because Urshifu is going to pop off. Urshifu, especially. I don't know what they're going to go for. I like Water Urshifu, so but we'll see.
Yeah, just a quick one for everyone watching. If someone could teach me how to pronounce Red Hair Dashy Boy's actual name, I will give you a shout out on the stream because I should really know this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we all know I can't pronounce anything, but so we've got Zoroark, or whatever you want to pronounce it, in the middle lane for Illusion, and for the middle lane for Misfits is the Urshifu. Up on the top lane, it looks like we've got the Hitelion and the Fable for Misfits going off against the Glaceon and the Comfy. Down bottom looks like they're engaging already. Ninetales Slowbro versus the Snorlax and the Mew. I'm looking forward to seeing these Mew Solar Beams if they go with it.
Yeah, I just want to point out as well, this bot lane, this is going to be horrible for the A9 and the Slowbro because you have two of the best secure Pokemon for the early game, Mew and Snorlax. It's going to be so hard for them to secure farm unless they play it absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see this work. I mean, Slowbro can slow damage, but they need to get those. They need to get to being a Slowbro pretty quick, otherwise they are going to get punished quite hard.
Yeah, if we just jump up to the top lane, we see Comfy's jumped on Blue Dashy Boy, Zoroark. It looks like they're just waiting for the bees to start. Both junglers.
Oh, he jumped off him. I don't know if that was a misclick, but he has come off him, and the middle birds have come up, and Zoroark comes in. I don't know who got the majority there, but it does look like Zoroark got quite a lot there.
Diving onto the potion, very dangerous place. Unfortunately, he hit the Inteleon. I think he's going for the Urshifu there.
That was really, really close. Urshifu was really big trouble, but was able to get away with it. Down the bottom lane, not really much going on. So we're going to go back up to the top lane where the action continues. Oh, Zorlok goes down. Nice play.
Out. Lovely. And Comfy stopping the scoring. What a little brave set of keys, or whatever the hell that thing's meant to be.
Flowers.
Is it flowers?
It's flowers. It's flowers.
Keychain to me. Keychain Mon is doing his best to defend the top tier goal.
Oh, I love it. Urshifu staying on the top lane, not going back to his jungle just of yet.
We've got the mid B started, but A9 getting most of them. Inteleon just a little bit late with the Mew, and everyone returning back to lane. Snorlax trying to meet them on the way. Not quite sure, he's just distracting them by the looks of it.
Yeah, not doing really much there, but up on the top lane, Zorlok and Urshifu having a fisty fight again. But Zorlok is having to retreat as Urshifu putting out that damage really quick. I mean, he has got the red buff and the blue buff on him, so yeah, he's going to be putting out some massive damage and quick as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing with Zorlok, he does a lot of damage very quickly. Very hard to target.
Down the bottom lane, Snorlax goes down. Mew is on their own as the Glaceon and the Slowbro come in hard with the Ninetales in support. Inteleon comes in, Inteleon low health has to retreat, and it's just a Mew on their own there.
Yeah, very good little push there, just caught the end of that as well. Shifu just getting his stacked up.
Look at the top lane, Zorlok is bullying the Cafable, pushed him away and he's managed to get some points in. Shifu is uncontested as well on that top lane. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are using this opportunity to get some stacks in. Be interested to see what happens in the bot lane. Looks like there's a fight going on around Reggie still. A9 just pushing back the Snorlax.
Just managed to get away just.
That could be a dead Clefable.
He's saved by the base. The base shield saved him there.
This is a 4v3 at the moment, and they're doing very well to stay alive. Big Mew Solar Beam there, doing half the health of the Glaceon. Top lane, the Shifu picking up a double kill, very nice.
Yeah, gets the kill, he's uncontested. I'm just sticking with the bottom lane here, as this is where the team has Snorlax goes down. Glaceon takes him out. That's a massive kill there.
There goes the Mew as well.
Fable's on low health. Fable goes down. Inteleon all on his own.
Got to be alright. Just gets away. Really nice. That is an objective. The bottom lane taken. Wow. Shifu in the middle getting the bees. I imagine they're going to probably break this bottom goal. Yeah,
Illusion doing numbers here, doing really, really well against Misfits. I was not expecting them to come out as hard, but that's what you get when you start to learn your opponents. You start to become a bit more comfortable. Down the bottom lane, the momentum from Illusion is just stopped as they try to push a little bit further forward. Unfortunately, nothing really comes of it. But up on the top lane is the Urshifu, started the Regieleki, and we have got the Zorlok, who is coming up, but I don't know if he's going to be a little bit too late. If he's going to wait. Urshifu sees him hiding in the bush. Zorlok manages to dodge away, but now here comes the rest of the teams. And the Regieleki, I think, is going to go to... Zorlok! Wow! Lovely. Second objective there for Illusion supports. Illusion doing really, really well, actually.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. They've got to try and push this through the goal.
There goes the
Shifu driving right into the Glaceon. Who gets punished by his Zorlok.
I tell you what, Snorlax is getting... Oh, wow, Zorlok coming in there, taking out the... I believe it was the Inteleon. Snorlax just getting absolutely bullied here by the Glaceon as well. And that's the top goal gone. Illusion Sports have defeated the top and bottom goal of Misfits.
Yeah, I think they're definitely starting to pull away a little bit, but maybe the levels don't show that. But in terms of the map, it's definitely starting to tilt to one side.
Yeah, 100%. It does look like both teams are just hanging off here. The Zorlok is playing quite aggressive. I think he's looking at that Urshifu. Don't know what he's going to do. He's just hanging around there. Oh, and they gave it they're going to battle here, and it looks like...
Oh, A9, nice catch out there. The Snorlax and the Inteleon, big damage, but Mew answers back with a very good Solar Beam.
Yeah, nice.
This Snorlax.
Snorlax again goes down.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, stream just then. I had a bit of a lag on my screen, so I was unable to see what was going on. So apologies for that if I went a bit quiet. I couldn't see what was going on.
Got a few calls there with the T2, but Mew is going to answer with Solar Beam and attacking the Slowbro, but it's not enough. Final objective taken by Illusion.
Snorlax.
An ult from Snorlax very early.
There you go, Snorlax again, but he's right in the middle there, and in comes the Slowbro ult on the Mew. To stay with the Mew for everything. Oh, and here comes that Snorlax on low health. Can the Niles take him? No, I think he's going to run away. I thought he was going down. Urshifu with cheeky 50 there. Uncontested, gets it in all by himself, and now dashes away.
Yeah, it's goals like that Misfit needs to do to try to catch up here, but the top objective looks like it's being completely uncontested from Zoraka and Comfy, and this will probably go in their favour. Yeah, perfect. So now the team have a choice. Do they want to try and push this in, or are they just going to use this opportunity with 45 seconds to full rate, or are they going to use this opportunity to farm up as much XP as possible?
With the amount of farm that's up, I think they can just farm. I don't think they need to really push it in. Glaceon needs to really pull back here, really playing aggressive up top here. And they are on their own against the whole team here of Misfits, or for the Misfits. Glaceon goes down, and they're going to get back in time just, but I think that was a bit of a poor play there by the Glaceon.
Yeah, we're looking at the last 20 seconds before rain. Both teams should have full plays ready for this fight, so I think right now it's all about getting into position.
Yeah, and looking at the ults here, they've got the Teleon ult, the Urshifu ult, Comfy ult, and you've also got ult here from the Zoroark. So it'll be interesting to see how they use, and not everyone has their ults.
The final stretch.
Yeah, Illusion maybe a little bit out of position here. I'm not sure. Slowbro just looks like he's going to be defending the bottom goal, but maybe we're going to see the team fight the top half.
Misfits
the
just started poking damage there. Teleon poking the Quasar, and there you go. There comes the Solar Beam from the Mew, and that's it. The ranged Mons are now starting to make some damage on the Quasar. Illusion needs to do something. They need to stop them, because otherwise they might lose this.
Yeah, this is the thing when you have Pokemon like Inteleon and Mew, you can just poke from a distance, and there's not. Oh, big engagement here from Urshifu. Might regret it though. He's been dove on by Ninetales and Zoroark and Comfy. Oh, the ult from the Slowbro.
Oh, that ult was massive, and down goes the Urshifu. Ninetales, nice, that was amazing. Oh, there goes Inteleon, down goes the Fable. There are 3 down for Misfits, 1 go down for Illusion. Now this is Illusion's time to just absolutely wreck the Rayquaza, but they do need to be careful, because that Snorlax is there waiting.
Yeah, but I think unfortunately he tried to come around the back of a Glaceon with full stacks, and it essentially put him down to maybe his last 10% of his health. He's recalling now, probably the smartest move. Clefable trying to get him to stay with the heal, but Rayquaza has reset, and I think teams are going to try and posture again.
We've got 30 seconds here. Misfits have
got
to go
hang on
forward.
a minute. What's going on in the bottom lane? Oh, I thought he was going for a back door there, but looks like there's another fight going on. Try and go for the Rayquaza. Who's going to get it? The
Ninetales still. Oh my god. Illusion have taken the Rayquaza, and that is huge. The Snorlax has just literally bombed out. He's got 40, and he's going to try and get it into that point there. But he's on his own, as all of Misfits have gone down.
Yeah, I think that's going to be all she wrote. We're going to have 42, 50. Another, brilliant scoring. Dunking in the smaller points first, and then following up with the 50 scores. Yeah,
what an amazing game. Illusion have literally come back with vengeance after that loss of the first round. What?
I think this is the first game we've seen a team lose and then flip it to a win, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. Last night all teams won 3-0. This is the first time we have gone to the third round as the deciding round.
Yeah, we'd love to see it.
Wow, that was amazing. That was an amazing match. That's definitely a round of applause for both teams there.
Yeah, unfortunately I clicked out the game, so I'm going to have to let you speak about the stats and the scores there.
No worries. Okay, so quickly go over to the battle data. Now, the battle data has massively improved here. I think we've got the Bacteria with the Glaceon with the highest damage, 116,000 damage dealt this round. Amazing damage output. Coming in second was a Ninetales Stratus.
Yeah, so this is going to really limit the pool of defenders that are available to pick.
Now, that's quite interesting because it's going to be a double bro, which means obviously we're only 5 bans, not 6 bans. So obviously that is an advantage for the teams, but it also, like you say, but I did think we was going to see maybe another defender ban there, or at least a Glaceon ban, but a really good call there by Misfits because now they can pick Glaceon, and they have done. They picked Glaceon. Again, that's a really good tactic there, and they've locked in Glaceon. So Glacier did some numbers for Illusion last game, so it'd be interesting to see what in the hands of Misfits what it can do.
Yeah, Glaceon is... Oh, hang on. There we go. My favourite Pokemon's been picked, Leafeon. Absolute menace. Very quick, very high damage. Get in, get out. Love to see it.
It looks like they're going to be supported by the Cafable, which again is another really nice support mon. Italion again picked for the third time, but and it's going to be interesting to see if that can actually do wonders against this Illusion onslaught that they've had on game 2. And the Trevenant, one of my favourite defenders again. Trevenant's amazing, love him. Nice to see him here.
And is this going to be a Goodra game?
Goodra played really well. I think it was Lucas who played it. Did really well. Oh, yeah, and there we go. We've seen the Venusaur in. Yeah, Venusaur is a must. I think, yeah, and that's a good pick. I think definitely against the Glaceon, they need that Solar Beam to have that range against him, because if you get too close, Glaceon is just going to Gatling gun you.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's taken this long for a team to pick a Urshifu. That must be a tactical decision. But we're looking like a very strong front line for the Misfits. You've got your Blissey, you've got your Urshifu, and you've got your Trevenant.
Yeah,
that's really important to keep your Glaceon and your Inteleon live in these team fights.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to go double defender here, Illusion. And I tell you what, I like a double defender pick in a team. I do like it. And they're going for the Goodra and the Mamoswine. Mamoswine again being picked for the second time. I think it was picked twice or once yesterday. So yeah, I'm happy with these team picks. Very different from last game, but it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yep, and just looking at the chat, Sphinx Sapphire just echoing what I said. Happy to see a Leaf. Leafeon is definitely a favourite for a lot of people at the moment. But the Goodra, fantastic Pokemon to play with Mamoswine. Nice double defender. A lot of pressure on the Venusaur as the only true range Pokemon on their team to do a lot of the poking and range damage. But, you know, Venusaur is definitely one of the best at it. Also one of the best secures in the game. But again, coming up against a Inteleon, equally just as good at securing.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm really interested to see if they're going to be using Veno as the mon to do the secures, or whether it's going to be more of a deterrent, keeping them back. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Okay, for the final time tonight for Misfits, we have got the Trevenant, Glaceon, Inteleon, Blissey, and Urshifu. I'm playing for Illusion. We've got Mamoswine, Leafeon, Goodra, Cafable, and the Venusaur. Yeah, let's go. Let's see how we get on.
Yeah.
Ready, go!
Okay, now watching the Misfits kick off this game, we're going to see them go into their respective lane. Looks like the Urshifu is going to jump straight into the jungle, which he does quite quickly. Down the bottom, we've got the Inteleon and the Trev, which means up top we have got the Blissey and the Urshifu. Over on the opposite time, it looks like we have got Leafeon jungle, Goodra, and the Cafable top lane. But it doesn't look like the Cafable actually is going for a jungle invade. He's coming. Oh, he's too late. Yeah, Cafable went in to get that red buff, but Urshifu was too quick for them. So Cafable now is going to have to make a decision. Is he going to carry on? Yep. He's hanging around here, looking for that blue buff. Urshifu sees him. Goes straight in.
Being joined by the Leafeon, though.
Oh, and it's taken. The blue buff has been taken by the Cafable.
That is big. That could stump the Urshifu get his evolution, having to run back and get his health back, and there's nothing he can really do now that you have a level 5 Leafeon.
And Blissey does come in to help.
Oh, I think there's another steal. Was that another steal there from Leafeon?
Yeah, Leafeon got it still, yeah. Leafeon got the red buff still, yeah. I believe so anyway. Wow, that was an impressive jungle still there from Illusion. Illusion playing really aggressive yet again. Obviously, they prefer the aggressive play style, and it seems to work against Misfits. Leafeon coming there, taking a massive damage on those birds and taking the majority of them.
All going for a dive. This might be the end for Urshifu. It is taking out Leafeon, ducking out low health. Goodra able to just stand there and sustain, doing what he does best. Glaceon being dove, having a hard time getting the Goodra off, having to use his dole to stay alive. And now it's turned around, maybe it's a little bit too much. But in the meantime, Nation was taking all that delicious XP, and he's now probably going to run away, maybe go back to jungle.
Yeah, and looking at the bottom lane while that action calms down, we've got the Mammoth Swine and the Venusaur dominating that bottom lane. Telion being pushed back, Trevor just coming back again, but Dunks coming in, and both of them retreat, and yet none of them taken out. This is an amazing play by Illusion here.
Yeah, it's looking a bit rough. Both tanks in the bottom lane still stuck at level 4. Oh, and the Mammoth Swine has evolved, which is going to be a big advantage. Middle Bs have... oh, it looks like they've been in gone.
Yeah, they've been in gone. We missed out because we was too busy looking at the bottom lane. The bottom lane fight was going on. But looking at the levels, that Leafeon is storming ahead there with a 7. But on average, it does look like actually Misfits have the better levels. Oh, Leafeon gets to level 8. That is some good levels here.
Big goal. Securing a double kill. Just got to chase down Glacier, using the double to stay alive. Probably won't be enough.
Oh, it goes down. Now, I eat my own words because now Illusion have just come back. Illusion now are dominating with the levels. It looks looking Misfits were slightly ahead, but nope, not anymore.
Only an overcap of 8 there, I believe, from the Google. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not, but, you know, the gold is gone. So the enemy team has lost their flux zone, moving up to the top objective. But right now, it's like everyone is rotating down to the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a bottom team fight here. It'd be interesting to see what happens. I think like, oh, the solar beam comes in, nice little damage there. I'm hoping it'll be recharged again, ready for. Oh, Leafon comes in, but the Blissey.
Oh, the Blissey! Love it.
Oh, what a kill down the Earthsphere. Leafeon gets it in. With the, is it Leaf Sword? Is it?
Solar Blade.
Solar Blade, that's the one. Oh, he comes in on the Telion. Jesus Christ. Good up top there, but he's actually a bit out of position. But he gets the sister, comes in with the solar beam. Venusaur, nice place. John does take out the Leafeon, which is massive. So this now allows Misfits to come back and hopefully just have it. Mammoth Swine's in serious danger here as he does pull back. But it does look like actually Illusion are holding their own, which is really, really good. I was expecting with the Leafeon to go down.
Another unfortunate overcap there, only 3 points. It doesn't look like much right now, but at the end of the game, it could be what makes the biggest difference.
You say it's not a lot, right? But if you look at what's going on here, Illusion are keeping that pressure on. If I was Misfits right now, I'll be like, right, with 2 goals down, we haven't destroyed any of their goals. They're going to be under pressure. They're going to start making mistakes. So even though there's only like maybe 1 overcap, 2 overcaps, the pressure is now on Misfits to come back. They've got to do something.
Yeah, you're completely right, but the nice thing about having your T1 goals destroyed is that you get access to all your catch-up XP in the lanes, so that's always a nice tool you have to catch up and either out the levels a little bit. It's why a lot of times you see some teams don't even break Tier 1 until the last few minutes of the game.
100%, yeah. One thing I did learn was breaking that Tier 1 actually can be a benefit to you, but letting them just take Reggie Lecky with uncontested is a bit of a random tactic. That Reggie Lecky now just broken for them. Looks like Illusion are going to try and push this in as the full team go down there, apart from Mammoth Swine. Mammoth Swine left.
Oh, big goal coming in here.
Oh, and down goes the Fable, down goes the Blissey, down goes the Gouda, down goes the Leafeon.
Yeah, that's a dead Venusaur.
And down goes the Venusaur. It's just the Mammoth Swine down the bottom. Now,
so now is their chance to actually start scoring back and actually work out the perfect overcap. So 40 followed by 50 probably would be the best thing to do here.
100%. It does look like that top goal is going to be broken. However, Mammoth Swine was left uncontested and did get a cheeky 40 in down the bottom there. So, yeah, it was a nice team fight for Misfits, taking all of them out. But it's still 100 points behind.
Yeah, another example though, in the top lane we had a uncontested Tier 1 goal, 2 Pokemon, one with 41 with 50, and the 40 was the one that broke it. Always worth breaking with the most points to overcap as possible, just to make that little bit more of a difference at the end of the game.
Trying to maximise your points is definitely a must, and obviously sometimes you can't do it, but if you can, like you say, get the maximum out of that goal, especially if you're going to break it, get it down to as low as you can, because every point counts.
Definitely. It looks like both teams are kind of composing, waiting for some farm to come up. Right now it's just one of these situations where there is not much XP to farm, so they're kind of just sticking around each other, just trying to scout the other team out, people hiding in bushes. Leafeon in a bit of trouble here if he's not careful.
Trevenant comes, yeah, he manages to escape that. Trevenant does, he
gets him back. Unfortunately, Misfits were not able to capitalise on this, but it looks like there was a full-on fight down here. Mammoth Swine caught up. This is one of the good things about Trevenant, such hard CC, the double stun.
It looks like Misfits are pushing deep into the enemy territory, and Solar Beam comes in, taking out the Urshifu there. That's a big hit, pushing them back, but they did push them back quite a lot. Was able to get a couple of goals scored there. Nice little play there by Misfits, pushing Illusion back, but a really nice Solar Beam at the same time.
And they were, for those who just saw it, a really good example of why Venusaur is defensively one of the best Pokemon in the game. The Sludge Bomb able to cover the whole goal zone, which stops you from scoring because you second you walk on it, you start taking damage. Leafeon though, just trying to grab the red buff.
Yeah, red buff for Leafeon is a must.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got that there, and it's a good time to get it. You know, we've got 25 seconds to go. It looks like bottom Trevenant is having a bit of a ding dong with Mamo here. Leafeon is coming to support, but I don't think anything's going to happen. I reckon Trevenant's going to pull back, which he does. 3 seconds. Could they take this Regirock? 10 seconds they could do, but I don't know.
With the Leafeon there, with the high crit, it's definitely possible. I'm surprised nobody went for the top objects. It looked like they're going to back off. The teams are positioning now for the final fight for Rayquaza. Let's see what happens.
So you have got the Trevenant down the bottom here, Blissey in the middle, Urshifu and the Glaceon are obviously visible, and each team is actually getting themselves in. Oh, nice hit from Italion there on the Mammoth and on the Venusaur as well, taking them down to half health. That is massive. But look, we are going to see a
backdoor though. Yeah. And this is going to put a lot of pressure down onto Misfits, but kind of forces them to have to start a fight and win it, and it looks like that's happening by the fight. Hit right now.
Fable down. Gudra down, Leafeon comes in and Leafeon down. Here we go, Misfits now have free reign on the Rayquaza. This could be the downfall. Yeah.
Yeah, but still a minute and 15 seconds, although they're going to probably be able to get quite a few scores in here. There's enough time for Illusion to turn this around and get some goals back. All it takes is one good team, right?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. In the mid, watching these battles, trying to go where everything is. Misfits are coming back with vengeance here, but still got 50 seconds, they still can turn it around.
Yeah, definitely. If you look in the top lane, Glaceon still got a full shield, just trying to get some last farm. Probably not to make another
pushed in there, but he is on his own against the 4, and Trevenant goes down. A nice solar beam there from the Venusaur. Again, showing how important they are in team comp. Glaceon actually with the shield causing some mayhem here, keeping them back. Oh, amazing solar beam coming in and kicking ass.
Yeah, I think this is everything or nothing now. There's quite a big score difference here, but they have to get their. Oh, Mamoswine jumping into a wall there by mistake. They're going to have to score, and they're all going to have to score big. And looking at the points they're carrying, that might not be enough, but hopefully if they pick up some kills, they could get a few more in. Leafeon looking to do a backdoor, but going to be caught out by Inteleon.
Oh, down goes the Mamo again. And wow, that is game, set, and match.
What a game.
What a game. Misfits coming back there. I thought it was going to be an illusion game there, as they were super aggressive from the off mark. But Misfits taking out Rayquaza and managed to turn things around. Amazing.
Yeah, definitely agree. Let's have a look at the battle data. Hopefully you won't kick me out this time. Ah, fantastic. Right, so. You know what, actually, Venusaur did an absolutely fantastic job. I said, you know, it's a lot of pressure being the only range Pokemon in your team, but when you do have, you know, 4 melee Pokemon in front of you, maybe not so much Leafeon, his job is to generally get round, jump on the squishies, but you know, you've got Gudra, you've got Mamoswine, you've got Clefable, which is a fantastic frontline healer. You have complete full reign of just throwing down your solar beams, and it really reflects that in the damage.
Oh yeah, massively so. Sky coming in there from 97k healing. Really, really well there with the Fable. Again, stats across the board quite even actually. Again, it goes to show how close this game actually was. I mean, the score.